I finally got that broken bolt off. This is the broken bolt. And this is the bolt it's supposed to be like this. I got it off by, I put this bolt back on the top of the caliper to hold it in place. And then I used this tool to kind of just twist it until it came through the back of the caliper. You can see these calipers right here are, I don't know if they're supposed to be so dingly like that and loose, but I'm going to maybe go to Pet Boys later. I'm going to show you a coupon I got. That's pretty cool. Because my next project with this is to put an oil pump in. I'm going to try to start it right now. I sprayed some of this in there. It's flammable, so it should help the blazer start. I haven't started it for a couple weeks, and to my surprise it's not starting, so I sprayed some of that. Also, another thing that I suggest, PB blast all the bolts. I PB blasted each side of the bolt just so it could come out. So hopefully that will help. I could actually try to put a little twist on it now and see if anything happens. Nope. I'm probably gonna need both hands. But this is an 18. Remember I said in my last video that it was a 3/4? A 3/4 socket? No, it's actually an 18 socket. I put a 3/4 on this, and it was just kind of moved too much, and I'm not trying to strip no bolts because I already had a little bit of fun with this. I'm being sarcastic, but I PB blasted it, and I'm probably going to use this with an extension to get more leverage to break these bolts off. Not literally break them, but break them loose. I'm not trying to break anything, honestly. So right now I'm going to go ahead and start the blazer, because just by chance, if that oil pump is working, I think the oil pump is not working in this car. Well, in this blazer, let's try to start it. Nope, it's trying to start. I just don't want to crank it too long because it's just not good form. You never want to over crank any vehicle. It's bad for the battery, and it's just not a good thing to do. Yeah, it's trying to start, but I just wanted to run it. I don't know if that would help. Yeah, see, it's trying to start. It started. So I'm gonna let it run. I'm not gonna drive it around the block like I usually like to do. Obviously, because there's no front wheel. So let me explain what's going on. It's still smoking, but that might be a bad piston or whatever. But for now, when there is a load on the engine, for example, if I have the RPMs really high and I'm actually trying to jam around the neighborhood, you know, like go fast. When I came back and parked it, the top of the engine was making noise, like the lifters and everything, and the valves and whatever at the top of the engine, those things were making a noise. So after doing some research, the reason why I came to that decision that it's the lifters is, oh look, the oil pump. Look at that. Look at the oil pump is. Look at. Before it was on 0. Look at. See, look at. It's dropping. It's dropping. See, now it's. Yeah. There it goes. So if you see the oil pump fluctuating like that, and look what it says right there, check gauges. And so that's the dummy light to say, hey, look at your gauges. And the other thing also that I need to change is see the thermostat? I know I barely turned it on, but it hasn't went over 100. So anyways, there's no oil pressure. It was working. And the check gauges tells me to check the gauges. So there's 2 gauges that are not right. Even though I just turned it on, yes, it should go up to 200 something, but it never does. So I'm expecting that the thermostat's not working, and then the oil pressure gauge. So anyways, let me I'm gonna turn this off. I'm gonna just show you a couple things that might help anyone working on your GMC Jimmy or your Sonoma or your S10. And I'm under the engine. There's a lot of engine right there, a lot of smoke. There's a couple things I'm gonna do when I get under here. I don't even think that is jacked up high enough. I might need to jack it up like another foot so I could get under here and do what I have to do. I have this pan. I'm gonna try to salvage the oil. The oil was just changed and the oil has a bunch of good additive in there, and I really don't want to waste it. Oh shoot, where's that oil come from? That's interesting. Don't know where that oil came from. But here's just some insight. I'm gonna do the exhaust. The exhaust connections are messed up. I'm gonna see if I could slip under here real quick. There's not enough room. Anyways, I want to pull the oil pan off. I'm going to pull the oil pan off so I could even look inside the oil pan to see if there's any mysterious debris under there. Because there's still a lot to determine if I'm going to go through with this project. Because this is a little bit of a project. I got enough projects, I know, but this one is just interesting, and it seems like it might be a way fun ride when it's complete. But over here is the exhaust. I want to replace the exhaust gaskets. They're the donut gaskets under there. And then I want to pull off the oil pan. So the first thing I'm going to do right now is unplug the battery, because that oil pump needs to be replaced, I'm afraid. So unplug the battery. I'm going to unplug this, and then I'm going to continue on with this project. I'm going to put this I'm going to do this first. Take off this. Remember to secure your caliper.